All right. Hello again, adventurers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Dark Sun in Draw Steel, or Draw Steel in Dark Sun, or something involving those four words. Both sentences in my head make sense, and it feels like one of them should feel backwards, and neither feels backwards. And it's infuriating. One of them should feel backwards. I think it's just both of them are two words, and they're both like action words. Like draw steel, dark sun. Well, I guess sun really isn't an action word, but dark and draw and steel. And then sun. If anyone's wondering, I am not in my right mind today because I've been kind of sick over the past week. So yes, if today's lesson seems kind of strange, it's because it's not a lesson. I'm killing people.
Is there a test? I didn't study.
Yeah, it's a test. It's called combat. It's called life. Life is the biggest test you'll ever have.
Oh. As long as the C passes.
Technically, D is a passing grade. It's just not a great one. Announcements. Twilight Sword finished its crowdfunding. BackerKit has this thing where after you hit your deadline, they go into overtime, where as long as you get a new donation, it adds an additional 10 minutes, or it resets the end time to 10 minutes. And so at the end of the crowdfunding event, they're like, yeah, we're in overtime now. Keep donating. And they stayed in overtime for like a few hours. So that was really cool. They ended up with, I think it was like a little over 700,000 euros. Lots of cool unlocks and stuff. And it was very, very cool. So I'm very excited about that. I can't wait for that to become a real thing. Other stuff is going on. We talked about last week, the Thundercats TTRPG is a ho, and it's live. They're doing very, very well. Draw Steel, Crack the Sun is getting close to 2 million the last time I checked. I haven't checked in, I think, maybe a day. So they're doing exceptionally well. So that's definitely going to be a thing. Other kind of right now, like news kind of slows down for everything because stupid lazy people want to like spend the holidays with, I think they call them families.
How dare.
Yeah, bastards. I always used to laugh when people would talk about like, man, this should be a national holiday, because I worked in retail and holidays don't exist. So, hey, Owlsperch. And so it was like, yeah, make this a national holiday. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, I worked on every national holiday. Except I don't think I ever worked Christmas Day. Mostly because nobody bought office supplies on Christmas Day.
How sad do you have to be in life to be like, you know what? Today I need a chair.
It's always toner, man. It's always like, man, need that toner. Not gonna be able to print off those notes for all of the printing off my Christmas cards on my laser printer, my brother laser printer, on 20-pound paper, so everybody knows I put the least amount of effort possible into my Christmas cards. And I just I fold it once, put it into the envelope, barely close it. Guys, I know far too much about printers. Like, really, it's bad. I had to sell them for like almost a decade.
Look, man, that Brother HL 1440 though slap. That black cheap toner. Oh,
You're bringing back bad memories. Bad
1440?
bad memories.
Dude, you have no idea what you talk about. The 4060 was where it was at. 1440 is child's play.
Well,
Much
yeah,
smaller toner.
it was for the average person that just needed to, print a paper,
Yeah, but toner never goes bad. The
That's
4060 was so much better. Saved you a shit ton of money. These are real conversations that I had.
These
with
are.
people.
This was a whole decade. This was a time.
And the 4060 had Wi-Fi. And everybody knows if you add Wi-Fi, it's totally better.
Oh, yeah.
I might get that someday, said the people who didn't have Wi-Fi at the time.
By the way, since Imp put it in the chat, if you're looking for a last-minute holiday gift, might I recommend The Hearthwitch's Guide to Magic and Murder, Book 1 of the Hemlock Saga, written by USA Today best-selling author Kiri Callaghan.
Available on Kindle and audiobook.
Yeah.
Hey, nice side plug.
By the way, since Toast and John are the only two people that are not normally in my games, Kiri is a friend of mine. She plays in one of my games. And she's also a published author, and she's amazing and wonderful. So that's why I'm always plugging her book. We're very excited for her. She made the USA Today bestsellers list. So
It's a nice looking book.
it's a cool book. It's kind of like it's a Sherlock Holmes inspired thing with some fairy stuff mixed in there, and there's a little bit of like a sapphic slow burn romance, and it's a cool book. So anyway, yeah. Anything else? So anyway, it's kind of slow for news right now, but there are cool things going on, and I will make my reminder yet again. The holiday season in the service industry sucks ass. It is the worst time of the year to work in the service industry. And it is entirely, well, I guess the vast majority, like 99% of the reason it sucks is because of customers. The other 1% is moronic corporate people that have never set foot in a store making you do stupid shit. The rest of it is customers. So if you are shopping for anything, even if you're just going out and get a turkey for Thanksgiving or a ham, or if you're like super, super rich and like to burn money, a prime rib, that used to be a Christmas thing. People would have prime rib for Christmas. Now it requires selling your kidneys. Both of them. Also, the back is not like Narnia. It's not like they go back there and there's this entire world where things like, if they say it's not there, it's not there. They know. You're probably the seventh person. Can you check in the back? But please be kind to your service people. If you go to like a restaurant or somewhere that they make part of their paycheck off of tipping, tip them well, because they have probably been stiffed while you are there. Like, not even like, well, it's happened sometime. No, while you are there, they have been stiffed by a customer. So be kind to your service workers. I feel for them. And you should too. They are actual people. Like, they're human beings. I don't know if you realize this. Service industry people have like souls and like pulses.
They did. They did.
Yeah, it's no longer really there.
Yeah.
No.
It gets slowly sucked away. Anything else going on in the world?
You had a channel milestone, I think.
Oh yeah, I hit 1,000 subs on my YouTube channel.
Yay! Let's go.
Yeah, guys. I'm gonna let you guys know now. I am now internet famous. Next week I'm gonna drive down to YouTubeville and go up to John YouTube, and he's gonna give me my $10 million for becoming a YouTube partner. And then this channel is gonna change. It's gonna be exclusively me walking around to local game stores and just crop dusting everyone in the store. And then pretending
for this.
that someone else did it, and then asking to speak to a manager, because that's what Twitch streaming is for rich people. And then my YouTube channel is going to exclusively talk about how D&D is dying. Yes, that's how, or I'm going to create actual evidence that can be used in court of me committing crimes live on the internet. Because that's a smart thing to do. Huh. I know, that's what's so upsetting. By the way, if you guys want to watch someone that actually does cool stuff, John streams and he does cool stuff.
Okay, just hype.
Toast shows up on the stream every so often as a disembodied voice screaming.
That yells. Yes. That's all I do. Is I just yell.
Like, Glimdale, do you stream too, or do you just
I
support
do
all of
not.
us?
No, Toast used to.
Back in the
Yeah,
day.
hashtag sub to toast.
No,
Yeah,
no.
hashtags up to Toast.
No. We're good. We are good.
Now,
We are
Glimdale does
good.
show up in a bunch of people's chats and is very
That's true.
supportive. He's a very, very good person.
Thank you.
So yeah, just a reminder. This is our third session. We have one session after the so things are probably going to be coming to a head here very, very soon. And then for those of you that have kind of joined for the Draw Steel stuff, I normally stream on Wednesday nights. I chose Monday because there's 5 of them in December, and that gave me 4 sessions plus a session 0. So that made it easier. But if you want to continue watching me do crazy things, I run D&D stuff on Wednesday nights, and then Saturdays at twitch.tv/Zelda Universe TV. I actually run a Cypher System game that is set in a weird, messed up version of the Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom flavor of Hyrule. And Kiri is one of my players, along with other cool people like Elias and Ilea and Lex and Chax. Chax is my friend. We used to sing together. She plays in one of my Wednesday night games too, and she's super cool. And she plays baseball in December, or softball in December, and that bothers me.
Yeah, what?
She lives in San Diego.
Must be nice.
So, Southern California, like she said, "Oh, I'm gonna be at a softball game," and I'm like,
What?
It was when she said this. It was when we had wind chills down to like -23. I'm like, it is -23 where I live. What are you playing softball in? And she's like, oh, well, it was like 60. Like we had a low of 68. I'm like, curse you. And I remember, because anyone doesn't know, I was born in Arizona, and I spent like the first almost 8 years of my life there. And I remember living in Arizona in December, and it got down to like the 40s there. In Phoenix, which is just desert and heat. Like that's all you find in Phoenix, that and old people. But like I'm like, where are you guys getting, like in the middle of December, where are you getting 60s and 70s? She's like, well, Southern California isn't Arizona. I'm like, you're right. So anyway, real quick from Moonglaive, I'm gonna see if I can pronounce this right. I believe it's hashtag sub to toast. You can take a heroic resource.
No.
I refuse.
I don't need heroic resources. I actually need not to have heroic resources. Can they take one away? Can I start negative right off the bat to start the session today? That'd be great.
Actually, you know what? For anyone that doesn't know, Toast's character, Ansev, they are, it's a talent, right? That's what the class name is?
Yes.
So the talent is unique in the fact that they're the only class that can actually go negative into their heroic resources. So they can do things without having enough heroic resources to do them. And when they do that, they enter a state called, I think it's stressed. Is that what it is? It's something akin to that.
Trying to remember the official name. Hold on. I can figure it out.
Drained.
Continue.
And what that does is their abilities change. Like they get a little bit more powerful, but they also start taking damage at the same time. So it's a really kind of interesting, like cost reward kind of thing. So what I'm going to do for this episode, if you would like to donate to take away heroic resources from Ansev specifically, in the message where it asks who's going to get the heroic resource. Just say something like subtract or minus, and then Ansev, and we will let. It will still be up to Toast whether or not he wants to accept it at that particular point in time.
Okay.
But I think that fits a little bit more with how his class plays, whereas everybody else, technically having more heroic resources is never a bad thing for them.
Yeah.
But for his, it makes things more difficult. So
Yeah, that first session, I could never get negative because y'all were given so many freebies. So
sub is
Sub
short
is short
for
for-
subtract. I love
subtract
that.
from Toast.
So yeah,
Alright,
if
so
you want to take something
subtract to
away from
Toast.
Ansev, just type in hashtag sub to Toast, and we'll know that means
you want to take the
reduce
resource
his.
list. Okay, sounds good. I'm in.
I love everything about this. We got to get DK to watch sometime. All right, so that being said, I think it is time. Oh, and if anyone's wondering what that was, if you're new to this, the channel points on this channel, which you earn by just watching, you can actually use to affect the game. You can give them heroic resources, which they use to do their cool shit. You can give them hero tokens, which they use to do literally everything. They can use them for rerolls. They can use them to heal themselves. They can use them for just about everything. So very, very useful. All of that you can do with your channel points. Just click on the channel point redemption. We call them TJ Tales here. And yeah, you could even do things like give me malice, which is what I use to do naughty things to them. Which sounded a lot dirtier when I said it than it did in my head, but you guys understand what I was saying. So,
You do you, boo.
It's a naughty DM with his meows.
yeah. So, that being said, I think it is time for us to return to the world of Dark Sun. The burnt world of Athos. A world the gods have forsaken, where unrestricted use of defiling magic has scorched the land. Outside of the various city-states, the world is barren, with creatures that have been mutated by psionic energies to become beasts designed to survive in whatever the most brutal way possible. Inside the city-states, life is not much easier. They are ruled over by the dreaded and corrupt sorcerer kings, powerful defilers that are near demigods in their power. Some act as benevolent overlords. Others convince their followers to worship them as gods. But to the regular folk of the burnt world of Athos, every day is a struggle of survival. Water is worth more than gold. Metals are near extinct. And every day that you wake up is a victory in and of itself. Our story focuses on a group of slaves. All of them have different reasons why they have been thrust into the world of the gladiatorial arena. But they share one thing in common. They know, for most, the only way to leave the arena is through death. So they all seek a way to escape before they meet something in the arena that is far too powerful for them to deal with. Most recently, having triumphed over a group of slaves, they were able to make their way into the slave pens for the first time, interacting with a few different characters. Eventually, they met a slave named Merlin, who claimed he had made a deal with the guards. He simply needed something of sufficient value to bribe them, and he knew exactly where they could find a jewel they could use for the bribery. However, in order to find it, they would have to go into a locked cell. As they explored it, the cell cut the team in half. Half of them had to deal with undead zombies. The other half had to deal with a bear trap that was surprisingly powerful. After dealing with the zombies, finding a very large sapphire, the party returned to rest and recuperate before they were called to the arena again. As they were getting ready to leave, they were met by a messenger from Scar, the self-appointed king of the arena. Scar had discovered that they had been in his room, searching, that they had found his bear trap. And now, they owed Scar a debt. A debt that Scar would ensure they would repay. Now, they return to the arena to discover what monstrosity they have to deal with next. So, when we last played, you guys were able to do all the fun stuff in the slave pens. Which one of you guys has the sapphire, or did you guys try and hide it in your room? Of which one of you has a bed?
I have it hidden on my person.
Okay. If I remember correctly, was it Therion? Are you the one that has water kind of sequestered on you?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
I had gotten a cup and dipped it into Captain Chef's pool of water.
Okay. So beyond that, you guys are in kind of a similar situation to the first time you came in here. And as you come out, you come to the familiar holding pen. And as you look down, you suddenly see something that seems slightly bizarre to you. On the field are a bunch of creatures that a lot of Ephesians refer to them as rat men. They are strange creatures that are somehow a hybrid between rats and humans, similar to a were-rat. However, their chosen name is the Tari. Most people in Athasian culture tend to kind of look down on them as kind of inferior, kind of a subspecies, more monstrous than they are humanoid. But every so often they are captured and kind of thrown into the arena just to see how vicious they can make them. So you guys can all see a rather strange kind of collection of ratmen with various tools and instruments at their tools and instruments held in hand, ready for combat. And you can see some of them are already kind of foaming at the mouth. Others have this kind of strange look of determination. But all of them seem ready to fight for their lives. So the first thing I need for you guys to do is figure out where you're going to place your tokens once you come into the arena proper. So go ahead and place your tokens where you would like to be at the start of combat.
Nope.
Whoa! I pinged. Didn't mean to.
We have 3 victories, right?
That's what I have.
Believe so.
That sounds right.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think what the third victory is. Zombies
You
were
said
one.
Sapphire, Zombie,
Yeah,
and
Sapphire.
then the
Yep.
original combat, yeah.
So, as a reminder, when we start combat, your number of victories adds to your heroic resources at the start of combat. So,
Remind me of the site where we made our sheets.
Forge Steel.
Thank you.
So, if everyone is ready, as you all step onto the field, the announcer starts up. All right, sports fans, we're back for another exciting round of gladiatorial combat. On one side of the field, we have the Ratmen. Look at how ferocious and diseased they all look. They're definitely going to want to take a bath after they deal with our gladiators for today. Now, for those of you that remember, yesterday, this specific gladiator team was able to take down a swarm of sligs. So I'm definitely happy to see them back. Can't wait to see how they deal with diseases, poisons, and whatever other tricks the Ratmen have for them. Oh, and it's looking like, yes, the door to the holding pen is closing, which means it's time for combat to start. And with that,
Remember, we are sponsored by Tick-Tick-Clay.
Yeah.
If you suffer from diseases, poisons, or any other kind of parasite, pray to Tick-Tick-Clay.
side effects may include nothing happening or everything happening. Tick-Tick-Tick-Delay is the giver of life, love, and child of the sun and moon. So, that being said, why don't we start out with figuring out who is going to go first. I know there's an official way to do this in the book that I have promptly forgotten. So we're going to do one of my old favorites, which is, let's go with, well, since he just gave us such a lovely ad read for Tick-Tick-Tick-Delay, Moiety, why don't you choose even or odd?
Odd.
All right, it
Solid.
looks like the Ratmen are first up
Plus.
for combat today. That might help
Always
if
the
I hit
Ratmen.
the button. So, the first group is going to be the Rat Crobats. This is literally their name. And they are going to rush forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is their movement? Oh yeah, 5, 6. Move them. And really, just want you to go there. Here we go. That was weird. All right, sorry, dealing with weird things that Twitch is doing. So, as they move forward, they both immediately start attacking. This is... Who is this one again?
That's me.
Oh, okay, cool. So they immediately start attacking on Sev. It might help if I actually had my dice out to roll this. There we go. Let me just put this up here because I don't need my dice box. Alright, so first attack is going to be a 15. So you take 6 points of damage. And then the second one attacks you as well.
Okay.
And that's going to be 17, so you take 8 points of damage from that. And then they both shift up to attack. I believe this is Therian, right?
That is me.
Okay. So they shift 2 up to go for the Defiler because he just looks bad, and they're both going to attack you as well.
Okay, rude.
So that's going to be 15, so 6 damage from the first one. And then 12. So another assist is 6 damage from the second one. And then they are both going to shift over here.
Now, when I take damage on that first one, I did turn invisible. I'm assuming they both attacked at the same time, or no?
No.
Sorry, I probably
So,
should've-
reduce the damage you took by 2, because they would have
By
had
2,
a Bane
okay.
on the second attack.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Thank you for reminding me, because I won't remember any of that. 'Cause my brain is
Yeah.
Put an icon on.
Speaking of thank yous,
Sure.
thank you, Moonglaive, for the hero resources.
Was just about to say that. So, Therian, take a hero token. Moonglaive, take a hero token. Or not Moonglaive. Everybody take a hero token, which is technically a group resource. So, I believe that's just 6 hero tokens.
All right.
Wow.
Perfect.
And
That's the one that's pooled, right? That we
Yep.
all have? Okay, cool.
So, if you would like, for hero tokens, we can use this. For our hero tokens, and then for this is the life energy of the pool. Now, one of the interesting things about the arena specifically, there aren't a lot of plants that grow here, and the last time you guys were here, you drained the ambient plant life and things in here down to 1 point of power. However, the interesting thing about the arena is the audience, on a fairly regular basis, is throwing things in, whether it's things like roses for champions that they enjoy, or rotten fruit that for champions or monsters that they don't enjoy. There tends to be a fairly regular supply of refuse and things. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with, like before, 10 points of life energy in there. I just realized the audience couldn't see that very well. And then, does anyone have a count on how many hero tokens you guys have right now? Or anyone want to guess? You have at least 6. And technically, when we started this game, I believe you guys should have started with enough hero tokens for equal to the number of players. So, bare minimum, you guys,
I think we've only used 2 of those, so
Yeah.
and you've gotten at least 1. So let's say you're at 11 hero tokens right now,
Right.
just to make things as easy as possible. So,
Okay.
as a reminder, hero tokens can, if you spend 2 of them, when you take damage, you can immediately heal as if you had spent a surge without actually spending a surge. You can burn 1 if you want to re-roll a die, and there's other things you can do with it as well. So they should be on your character sheet if you look at the classic view from Forest Hill. So
I forgot about that. So theoretically, when they just attacked me, could I use 2 of them to heal without using a recovery, or does it still use a recovery?
nope. Using the tokens counts as the recovery itself, so it wouldn't drain any of your limited recoveries.
Well, and if no one minds, I'm going to do that because that brought me down to basically a significant damaged state. So
Oh.
I am, what is the word, exhausted or whatever it is. So
I think it's
I'll
wind.
use winded. I will use
Yep.
2 of those to, and it just recovers the equivalent of my rest, correct? Or the
Your recovery value.
whatever your recovery amount is.
Yep. So one of
Do
the
you
nice
get-
things about the system is because it's basically just a third of your health, it means that healing is useful for everyone. If you have lots of health, you get more health. If you only have little health, you still get a useful amount of health. So,
Do you guys mind if I take my turn because I stopped on my face?
I'm good.
Do
All
it.
right.
go for it.
Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is my maneuver is going to be to... So my free maneuver is I'm going to spend a discipline. I go up to 6, I go down to 5 to activate the... What is this called? Gravitic disruption in my null field. And then my actual maneuver is going to be to knock back this one.
Okay.
So I gain an edge to knock back tests because I have at least 4 discipline. So that's 12, so that's 2. And I also, because I have 2 discipline, I add my... Where is it? Features? I add 2 to that, so that's 4, but I can slide them thanks to psionic martial arts, so I slide them into each other, so they each take 4.
So
Then because
before
of...
doing something that actually costs an action, you guys watch as Moily kind of looks forward, and you guys can feel kind of the psychic energy start moving, and he kind of moves his arms and goes boom, and suddenly they kind of go boom.
And then,
If you
because
can
of
pause right
gravitic...
there, in
Mhm.
reaction, I double, or let me remember what it is. But basically, I use. Oh, please. Explosive assistance, which gains a bonus equal to my reason score, so it's an additional 2 onto it.
Cool. So as they kind of smash into each other, also there's an explosion that smashes them together even harder.
Then, once they smash into each other, they smash into each other again as this one lands into this one because of gravitic disruption, which is another 2 points of damage.
I keep forgetting, I don't actually have to move any of my tokens.
Nope.
You guys will do it for me.
And then I'm going
And
to
you
dance.
haven't actually done anything that requires
Nope.
the action economy yet.
Nope.
Oh, and as
Now
you,
I am.
as you defile a little bit, some of the life energy in the arena is removed.
And then I will dance of blows. So... What is this? We'll switch die after this. So I only got a tier 1, which is, on this one, 3 points of damage, but I can slide one that I hit, because they both get hit by this, so they each take 3, but then they each take an additional 2, because I slide them into each other. So 5 on each of them.
So another 5, right?
Yep.
On both of them.
Yep.
Easy enough. So, again, you watch as he comes around with this like spinning tornado kick, smacks them again, and additional force slams them together again. Both of them are kind of reeling, but seem to be ready.
And that is my whole turn.
Cool. After,
But hesitation is weakness. I'll trigger my free action to take my turn.
excellent. Okay.
And so I will select well, I can only
Guys, the fact that every single class gets their own kind of special triggered action is so much fun in this game.
it is okay, yeah. So I will go running by these guys, triggering using 100 throats Hold shift, and then I will
Really quickly, go ahead and take heroic resource from Moonglaive. Hamja.
Oh, okay. So that is a 13 total. So that is a tier 2, so 7 damage to each of them.
Okay. So immediately you guys watch as Hamja moves exceptionally fast, faster than the eye can really track, going through and slicing both of them. Where do you see Hamja aiming for this attack? Are you like hamstringing them? Are you like going across arms? Are you trying for the neck? How do you see Hamja doing this?
Well, it is called 100 Throats, so
So you watch as there's this blur of kind of shadow energy. He moves through, and then suddenly both of the rats kind of clutch at their throats as you see little splurts of blood. Because you said 7, right?
correct. Yep.
As they both take 7 damage and are now winded.
Well, they each take 9 because gravitic disruption is the first time on the turn. This is a different turn, and they slam into each other.
Is that a triggered reaction?
That's just null field
Oh,
because
it's
they're
null
in my
field. Okay.
yeah.
So it's 2 more.
Yep.
How do you envision your null field doing this to them? Like how do you visually see it happening?
I kind of see it as, because when I spend a discipline, it's like I charge my null field with gravity. So every time there's like kinetic impact, it accelerates it, and I can choose where it goes. So the moment I sense that like kinetic potential, I slam them into each other.
Okay, cool. So, again, you guys watch as this kind of shadow energy just moves quickly. You watch them kind of grip their throats, and as the blood spurt kind of goes off, you suddenly see gravity kind of warp, and you see this distortion, almost like a mirage on like hot asphalt, where you see this kind of shimmering in the air, and you watch as both of them are kind of twisted in this awkward pattern and are hurt even more by it. They are still winded. Is there anything else you would like to do for your turn, Hamja?
Yeah, I will use my maneuver to use Black Ash Teleport to go back behind this large rock here.
And then as quickly as Hamja moves, suddenly you guys see this kind of poof of smoke, and then he kind of disappears into nothingness. And technically the rock blocks, I think, almost everybody's line of sight except Ansev. So Ansev, you could see him. You're like, oh, he's behind the rock. Everyone's else like, he's magic! Ban him, he's a witch!
And
real
that,
quick.
that also gives me a surge. So.
Excellent. Real quick, everybody. I think everybody else can take a heroic resource from Moonglaive as well. Except for... Did I not see Ansev?
Nope. I'm good.
So you're the only one that's not getting a heroic resource.
You are taking constructive feedback and applying it to this mission.
All right, then. So, now that that's done, now I can take a turn. And we're going to go with this dude right here. Most of the ratmen here, they're relatively kind of scrawny, but very much like if you were to take a rat and kind of stretch them to human proportions, it's kind of what they look like. This one does not look like that. He looks like a refrigerator that grew fur. And so as this massive guy moves forward, he just takes 2 giant steps forward to the first person he can see, which is unfortunately Johnny. We're going to add some malice to this.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I love everything about this. So, instead of one of his normal abilities, which is a very, very cool ability, don't get me wrong, he is going to use the ability that all Ratmen can use called Trouser Cut.
Are we being depants or something? Like, what
Yeah,
are we
Well,
talking
just
is
you wait and
is this
see.
middle school again? Jesus, I thought I was done.
Is there a
Yeah.
locker around? Unfortunately, I only rolled a 9, so it's going to only do 7 points of damage, but he is going to push you 3 squares. And as he just lays into you with his claws, he actually cuts the fabric holding your trousers up. They are currently around your ankles, and you must use a maneuver once to pull the clothing up before you can move. Which I think is probably one of the most interesting abilities I've ever heard of.
Wait, what is that again?
Effectively, you take 7 damage, and if you want to move, you have to use a maneuver to pull your pants up before you're allowed to move.
Alright.
So that's it. That's all it does. You take some damage, and your pants are around your ankle. The audience loving it. They think it's the funniest thing that they've ever seen.
Our pants, yar.
Who wants to go next?
ever born, so
Yeah, you're just sitting there and you're like, you like that?
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Who wants to go next?
Well, I see all of these creatures in a line. So, hypothetically speaking, if I use my shapeshift and I become a size 2 creature, I don't suppose I could hit like all 6 of these things in a line.
You know what? I'm good with that. If you want to do that and you're a size 2 creature, I'm actually okay with that. The one problem you're going to have is getting to here. Well, no, because you can fit in these 4 squares. So to say, if you tried to get here, it's technically a little too small for a size 2 creature. But here, it's perfectly fine.
So then, I will, as long as everybody's okay with me starting my turn,
Sure.
I will use my maneuver, Aspect of the Wild, to break out my Thrycreen arms, which makes me that size 2, plus I get +1 to my melee range, which is something I did not realize before.
It's gonna make you roll bug.
Yep. So I'm gonna come over here, and then yes, I'm gonna go ahead and spend 3 ferocity to do Tide of Death, as one does.
Yeah. Now, for those of you wondering, we are not sponsored by Tide, but if they would like to sponsor us, specifically to have us do an ad read every time Tide of Death is moved, I am more than happy to sell out for that. Doesn't even need to be a lot of money. I'm on disability. I have no money, so
I just want it to be read in the style of Bradley Mulligan as the CEO.
this is a lollipop. If you guys have never seen the Tide CEO from College Humor, it's brilliant.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Well, as a reminder, if you would like to spend a hero token, you can re-roll dice. And you guys just got 6 of them.
He's trying to make us use our resources. Don't bend the knee.
No, because I got 15.
That's still nice.
It's still nice. It's just not 17, which would be nicer, but I'll accept it.
Don't get greedy. Greedy's where it gets you.
Right. So yes, all of them take 3 points of damage, and then I would end up. Oops. I think technically I would end up here.
All right. So, you guys watch as not only does Talal start moving forward, but you watch as this kind of small, almost frail-looking girl starts getting bigger. With every step she moves forward, her shoulders start to broaden. You watch as these 2 additional Thrycreen arms start growing out of her. And Thrycreen, in and of themselves, are not generally considered very large creatures. Compared to kind of a standard like human, they tend to be a little bit thinner and roughly the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. This is turning into a giant Thrycreen. And as she reaches her full height, she goes right up to the large ratman that has just attacked one of their friends. And then she kind of gets into like a linebacker pose, looks at him, winks, and then runs through all of them with immense amounts of speed. What was the damage again? It was 3, right?
So it was 3 to all of them.
Okay.
That last big one, I'm going to end in his space, forcing him out, and he will take an additional 2, which is my might score.
Okay.
Also, if any of those would like to make an opportunity attack against me, he will take additional damage equal to the number of opportunity attacks I take.
Okay. Well, the 4 ones there do not get to take an opportunity attack, because 3 5 times 4 is 12, right?
So they follow.
So you go through and they are red mist.
Sorry, I just read this one last time. That last one takes damage equal to 2 times the number of opportunity attacks. So if nobody gives me an opportunity attack,
Well, muscles is definitely going to give you an
Okay.
opportunity to attack. That's the wrong one. I want this one. I have to remember how free strikes work. I think for bad guys they just get a free strike, right? For some reason.
Yeah, it's a free strike.
I mean, I don't have to actually roll it, whereas you guys, your free strikes, they have different values that you can get. These, they just have you take 4 damage from him. And then let's say, the Hyper is what it's called, is also going to take a free strike on you, because of course they would. So you take 3 damage from that, so grand total of 7 damage.
And you took 2 attacks.
and I took 2 attacks, so that would be an additional 4 damage against him, a total of 7.
7, cool. And then he gets plopped over there, right?
Yes.
So again, you guys watch as Talal grows to this huge size, rushes forward, destroys 4 of these creatures, damaging to 2 others. Just kind of stands there, breathing heavily, slightly foaming at the mouth, and seeming furious about what's going on here. Anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
Nope, that'll be it.
Right, well, at the end of your turn, this one here is going to stand up and just kind of cry out. And this high-pitched sound kind of makes you guys squeal. And then this dude is just going to shift twice over here. And then these two are both going to take the defend action. And this one's going to... Oh, he can't shift through. He's going to shift over here. And we're going to just move that guy out of the way. Yeah, so that was his villainous action.
So they moved in there. They're in a defensive position. Is that what it is?
So yeah, these two are in a defensive position, so any attack against them has a bane.
Okay.
And then those two just shifted.
Okay.
And I think after that happens, yeah, we're actually going to have what seems to be kind of the unofficial leader of this group. Yeah. So he's going to look at both Talal and Johnny. And you guys are going to feel this strange sensation starts reaching into your mind, and you feel your muscles start to seize up slightly. We have 17. So if you're... It's P. Presence. If your presence is less than 3, you are slowed. Save ends.
Mm.
And that's his maneuver.
I would need 4 more presents to evade that.
So, I believe, I don't know, Johnny, about you, but you guys can feel your muscles just feel more sluggish and things like that. And then he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really, Mouse? Now you want to go all funky on me? What the heck is going on? Why do you keep doing that? Go. Yep, so we can do that. Burst, so that'll hit both of them. And then he again kind of like screams, and you guys have to kind of hold your ears as this ear-shattering sound erupts from him. It's going to be... Yeah. You both are going to take 6 sonic damage. And he's going to slide Johnny into Therion for 3 squares. So both of you take 3 points of damage, and he's going to slide Talal into this rock here, slamming you into it, and you will also take 3 points of damage, and then he's going to shift 1, 2, 3 to be back here. Obviously, being very skilled in the way. And that ends his turn. Who would like to go next?
No one is that. I also that.
Alright, Johnny.
I will use my maneuver to use my intimidation immediately as the throws to the center with my intimidation maneuver.
Alright. So you feel the kind of tension in your muscles just fade away.
And then can I do a base thing? and I will use a sleeping lightning.
And using one of your abilities, do one more point of life energy out of the arena. And then what were you doing for your main? I'm sorry.
Sleeping lightning.
Okay. And then suddenly you see as he starts to play his fiddle, the skies over Draj, which have not seen rain in months, suddenly you see kind of storm clouds forming, but instead of life-giving rain coming down, all that comes down are bolts of lightning. Go ahead and make your power roll.
I rolled a 16, what will be.
And remember, because they're defensive, you do have a Bane on that. So
Oh.
just subtract 2.
So 14.
Which is still a tier 2. But,
Yeah.
so how much damage do they take?
So 10 lightning.
Yeah. So as the bolts come down, you guys smell the scent of like burning hair as both of these creatures collapse to the ground dead. And was that a signature ability, or did that cost heroic resources?
That was yeah.
Okay. So just one more point of life energy is drained as more defiling happens around you. You guys can watch as some of the like rotten fruit that is starting to mold, the mold itself turns black, the fruit itself starts kind of decaying even faster, and all that's left there is this fine black ash. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No.
All right. Well, it's time for Rowdy Roddy Piper here to do something. And
I mean, Rowdy, or Rowdy, Ratty.
haha, I likes it.
Gotcha.
It's all out of bubble gum.
So yeah, he's going to use his piercing
Easy
trill
Steve.
ability. So he starts again screeching at the top of his lungs. I don't know why so many of these rat creatures use sound damage. But it is what it is. Is it 7, 8, 9? So Talal, you take 5 sonic damage, and they push you 1 back. And since you are a large creature and that rock is not quite large enough to completely block you, they're just going to push you down as opposed to pushing into the rock. And then they are going to do a very smart thing, which is run like a bitch. And that is the end of their turn. All right, on Severtharian, who wants to go first?
Sure. So as they run backward together, I seize my opportunity here.
Right.
And I cast Conflagration, which is a big spell. I don't exactly know how far I can do it. It doesn't say anywhere on here. So I don't know if it's just as far as I can see, but most of my skills are range 10, so I'm fine if we try to do that, because 10 is still huge.
Yeah, I believe somewhere in your character sheet it actually says what your ranged stuff is. It does say
I know under-
cube 3, so give me...
Yeah, under each skill it says range 10, except for that one, which just says Q3.
I think that means...
It's on you.
Yeah, you have to... I believe cube means it has to... You have to be touching one of the sides of the cube.
Well, that's less cool.
I'm
How
just
far
going
can I
to
move?
look really quickly here to see...
would be fun.
Collaboration.
I don't know what is going on with my mouse right now. But I was charging it. Maybe that's what's causing problems. So I'm not going to charge it anymore. Let's see if it will stop causing problems. So Q. When an ability affects a cubic area, the area expresses as x cubed. The number x is the length of each of the area's sides. A creature or object must be within the area. Target again. No, because it says ranged as well. So I'm going to say 10. Just say 10.
Okay, just keep it like everything else is pretty much 10 except for like the ranged free strike. So okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if you're gonna make me do line of sight here, which is fine.
You can see through. Like again, it's.
Yeah, I don't know how this rock is, but
bones.
basically I'm gonna be doing it here, right? I don't know how to mark, but both in between your
click
two
and
dudes on the
hold.
north, right here.
Yep. That works
Okay,
perfect.
and then I'm going to do that, which is a roll, please.
And that's 5. That's a 5 cost ability,
Correct.
right?
That's a big one. Yep.
All right. Life energy goes down to 2.
You crit.
And I crit, whatever that means.
Let's go.
It means you get to do another full action.
Yeah, you get a
Oh.
second main action. And you do
So,
max damage.
You talk me through how this works because that's confusing. So, so that's okay. So I went up to 6 because it was the start of my turn. I cast it, so I'm down to 1.
Okay.
Okay. It has a persist of 2, so I think that means that I have to drop it, right? Right, how does
no.
persist
The way that
happen
persist 2
on a
works
crit?
is at the start of your turn, you can use a maneuver to use this ability
Okay.
again without spending essence. So at the
Okay,
start
so
of
I
your
can do
next
a
turn-
different skill,
Yeah.
unrelated. Perfect.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
you're not getting another turn. You get a second main action. It's still your
Works for me. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so I do that. The max damage is 10 fire damage.
Yep.
And so there's a big 3 square inferno over there. And then I'm going to do.
The Piper is winded now, by the way.
Okay.
The Piper is the top one.
No, the Piper's the guy with the
winded.
pipe.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
Got it,
'cause
got
that's
it.
a
I thought it was just a big stick. I'm gonna be honest.
I
though.
couldn't tell what it was. He had a toothpick, man.
Technically, it's a sword, but we're pretending
gotcha.
it's a pipe for the pipe.
I gotcha.
Okay, and then people can't see it inside of it, but I'm going to use one of my signature abilities, which is I can hold. Please let me double check this. So I can I need to make sure I'm doing this right. I believe my maneuver I can put on a mark, or it's a free action. Sorry. I had this all figured out weeks ago, now I can't remember.
Macho Man Ratty Savage.
Let's see where I put a mark on them anymore. Whatever. I'm just gonna hurl a ball of fire at him. Screw it.
Fireball.
So then that is doesn't use any essence. It's one of the basic things, and I'm going to toss a element at them, and I'm rolling, which apparently also critically strikes.
Let's go.
Got another?
End them.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Again.
you guys watch as
again.
Therian kind of steps forward, and you can see kind of like fire burning within him. And you watch as flames start appearing in his hand. He collects them together, fires them off at 2 of the creatures. There's this huge explosion of fire, and you can see fire still dancing around the sand, which has partially been glassed. He turns around and just kind of flicks another bolt of fire, doing how much damage?
That one was 8.
And he still doesn't seem done, because every time you get a crit, you get another main action.
And then there's running out of stuff in here, and I don't want to use it all. I'm going to move forward and just, I don't know, whatever the equivalent of
If you'd
one
like to
is.
use just a free strike,
Yeah.
a ranged free strike,
So I have
that
to
doesn't
do-
cost any essence, and that's just you kind of
1,
doing
2,
the
3, 4,
least
5.
version of magic physically possible.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to do it from. Wait. Can you come from your square? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should work, right? No.
Sure.
There. Perfect. And then I'm going to do the ranged weapon free strike.
If you like,
Also,
there
Not
you
a crit.
No, not a crit.
You get another crit, you lose. Like 3 crits in a row.
Yeah, it's
and
like you go into jail.
Your character
Yeah.
explodes.
And
The math
that
guys.
was.
Will Wheaton just shows up and goes,
And that was a total of 15. So it is 4 plus might or agility. My might or agility is -1, so let's say we do 3 damage then to the same dude.
Muscle Man?
Yeah, muscle man.
Cool.
Alrighty, Savage.
And that is my turn. Thank you.
All right.
Very nice.
So,
Very nice.
The crowd is loving this. You're seeing all of the crowd is just getting really, really excited. You start seeing roses being thrown. 2 of them land near enough to you, Therian, that you can hold on to them. And as we have mentioned before, as long as the rose is still alive, you can use a rose in place of draining a single life energy point.
Got it. So it was 2?
2, yep. So somewhere in your character sheet, you just want to keep track of. I think
Yep.
you guys got 1
I
or
have
2 other
4
roses.
roses now. Yeah.
So, yeah, might be a way to deal with the fact that the arena is almost completely out of magic.
Got it.
Hey, baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh. And after that nonsense is over, Ansev, what would you like to do? This kind of started
Oh.
off with you.
Oh yeah, I forgot because you got already all your dudes are okay. I thought you had another wave of things. Okay.
No, I got nothing
1,
left.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Ansev is gonna follow his buddy Therian. Oh, yeah, it's 6 squares, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then 20. And I am going to use kinetic grip. Oh no, the range is 10. I cannot use kinetic grip.
No, 10 is squares, not feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Everything
that's
is
right.
measured in squares,
D&D. Yep. Okay, in that case, here is where I end up, and I am going to do kinetic grip. I'm just trying to find it on my player sheet so I can show what it actually is. There we go. Sorry. Before I do that, I'm going to use my maneuver to. Oh, hold on. I have to D3. Yes. I know that sounds bad, but I actually needed that to be restrained. So I have 4 heroic resources. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do iron on myself. So my reason score. I gain 10 temporary hit points and 2 surges. And then I am going to be considered strained at that point. And now that I'm considered strained, I'm going to go ahead and kinetic grip this one right here. Basically lifting him up in the air and tossing him back, depending on what the roll is, how far back he goes. So, no edges or banes, right? Or no bane on that guy currently?
No.
Okay.
The only people that had Banes got fried with lightning.
You crit!
And I crit with that one. So he will end up getting pushed 8 squares diagonally up and then fall to the ground unless he runs into something, which I don't know how far back this goes back here.
Well, you can just do them straight straight 8 up, so he just falls.
You know what? Yeah, well, we'll just go straight. I guess I got
Did you
kind
wanna,
of confused with
Did you
vertical
want to
push.
try? You got a crit. Do you want to get him to fall on the maestro?
Yeah, let's go ahead and have him land
Okay.
on top of this guy here. That actually
So-
was much better.
You guys watch as Ansev, just again, after watching Therian sit there and just call down hellfire, and, you know, the elemental plane of fire just kind of opens up and goes, dude, it's mine. Just quit it, all right?
Chill.
You watch
Yeah,
as Ansev walks forward going, oh, you think you're cool. As he goes forward, he just kind of extends his hand and points at the maestro, who grins, thinking there's nothing he can do. And then suddenly, shoop, he's lifted straight up into the air. And you watch as he just slowly goes down. He looks over at Therian and then drops his arm and falls directly down, both of them slamming into each other. Remind me, how much damage do you take from a fall?
I think it's 2 for
It's
every.
It's a movement.
Had it up before.
Vertical. Slamming at objects, hurling objects, forced into a fall.
When a creature falls 2 or more squares, they take 2 damage for each square they fall to a maximum of 50 damage and land prone. Falling creature can reduce the height of their fall by a number of squares equal to their agility score.
Cool. So, we're going to start off with how many squares up? It was 8?
8
So it's
squares up.
16 damage from both of them. And then the falling creature, which is our maestro, he has 2 agility, so that reduces it by 2 to 6. So both
So
of them.
he,
Say again?
yeah. No, the damage would just reduce by 4.
Yeah. So
12 damage.
12 damage. So,
Yeah, take
as the Meister is lifted into the air, you watch as he just kind of locks eyes with Therian, drops his hand, falls down to the floor. The Piper is no more, as he is just crushed under the weight of the Maestro. And because you crit, you get another main action. So what else do you want to do?
Am I? Oh no. Wait, how far can I slide? Oh wait, never mind. Can I see him, or is this in this rock thing kind of in the way? now
The
that
rock's
I've
in the
moved
way,
him?
but if you have any more movement, if you just move one step
don't.
north, you can still do it.
I don't, so that's fine.
So yeah, line of sight to him is blocked, but you do have Muscle Man Ratty Savage down here.
Oh yeah, okay, well yeah, then we'll go ahead and so after shifting the other one coming up out of the flames, dropping the Rat King on top of other man over there, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab this one with my other hand and try to toss him into this rock over here, that direction. Oh wait, it's a slide. I won't know until I actually do the grip. Forgot. You gotta. That one is a total of 13. So I slide him.
You're still strained, right?
I am. So it is.
It vertical pushes
it
instead
is-
of.
Yeah. So I have to push him. So I'm going to push him. I'm just gonna push him straight up. I'm gonna pull him up on the ground and then just release him, like I was conducting a symphony at this point, and drop the bass Skrillex style and drop him straight down.
Okay. How many
So
squares
as
is
a-
that again?
What's that? 6 on that one.
6.
So as a reaction, I'm going to increase that, and I'm going to spend my last heroic resource, which doubles the impact of my. It's normally 2, so it's 4 additional.
Okay. That takes the last point of life energy from the area. So it's 4 plus 6 means 10. Minus 1 because of his agility. But that's still 18, right? My math is
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So after going and dropping the Maestro and squishing one, again, you kind of lock eyes with Therian. You lift him up, and right as you're about to drop him, Therian kind of winks at you, and you watch as like a rocket seems to have been attached, and it plunges the creature down, who is now very winded.
And if I'm not mistaken, I take, because I am -1 on my heroic resource, I take 1 damage, if I'm not mistaken.
It sounds about right. Is it 1 damage or is it a die?
It is the number of stability that I'm in the, or clarity that I'm in the hole.
Cool.
So,
Excellent.
and with that being the case, since I take a point of damage, I then go invisible.
Okay. And he just goes, whoop, and he's no longer there. Is that the end of your turn then?
It is the end of my turn, yes.
All right. Going back up to the top of the round. The Bruxer is going to, Macho Man Ratty Savage is going to use a maneuver to try and figure out where you went.
Question is where I went. What happened to my dude?
Yeah, no, when you said he winked at me, I was like, where'd he go?
I think I was. I just dragged him back. I don't know what happened to
I
him.
have no idea. I might have
back now.
accidentally moved him or something.
Okay,
I
well,
was doing a lot of different things. Like this.
he's back now.
He's going to use a maneuver to try and spot where you are, Ansev, because you just dropped him from a very large thing. So, with a 14, that is enough for him to know roughly where you are.
Okay.
He'll still have a Bane on the roll.
Yep.
But he is going to move forward, and he is going to come forward and just try to bite you with his massive jaws.
Okay.
So that is 17. So you're going to take
17 after the Bane?
17. It's the Bane brings it down to 15.
Okay.
So that means you're going to take 9 points of damage. Thank you. I just said he had a Bane, and I completely forgot about it. So you take 9 points of damage. He just chomps on to you.
And then, as a trigger reaction, seeing that he's coming in with the bite, there's a slight reflection of the bending of the light that comes up in front of him, and I will repel half of that damage. So I take only 4 then? You round up, or?
Always round down.
Always round down. So
Yep, always round down.
4, so I take 5 damage then. Okay.
So
Sounds good.
Half of 9 would be 4.5. Round down to 4.
Round down to 4 taken. Oh,
Yeah.
or 4 repel. Sorry, don't want to be confusing.
No. Just, you get rid of, you repel half the damage, right?
Yep.
So, 4.5, you get rid of 4.5 damage, so we have 4.5 remaining damage you're supposed to take. We round that down to 4. So you would only take 4 damage.
Gotcha. There we go. Sounds good.
So, yeah, so as he clamps down on you again, you guys see this kind of shimmering of the light, and you see that the bite doesn't seem to get quite as deeply as you think it should. And that ends the creature's turn. Who would like to go first?
Seeing that blood and knowing that you're not the most durable of us, Moiety's going to move quickly. So 5, 6. He'll go there. First thing I do, free maneuver, Gravitic Disruption again.
Okay.
So I'll just add a discipline point because that costs a discipline point. And then I will use Relentless Nemesis on the big one.
Okay.
Which I see him as he hits them, he adds a bit of like kinetic potential that tethers them together.
All right.
So let's see.
So you guys watch as Moiety starts rushing forward, seeing one of his allies in need. And as he goes forward, he thrusts his fist forward, and you can see this kind of connection form between two of them as gravity around him starts to kind of warp and fracture.
So that's 12, so tier 2. So he's going to take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Then with Gravitic Disruption, I slide him 2 into this pillar.
Okay. So 1, boom. So he takes
Yep.
1 point of damage.
And then with Relentless Nemesis, I immediately slide with him right next to him. And my actual maneuver is going to be Impart Force.
Okay. So hold on. Start off with how much damage has he taken thus far?
11.
11. You don't really need to worry about him anymore.
Okay.
As you move forward and you kind of thrust him back, he smacks into the wall and shatters. And you see kind of red sludge coat that rock.
I'm still going to be using Relentless Nemesis since he's part of the thing. I use Relentless Nemesis. I have to end next to him, so I end there.
Okay.
Let's see. To move to there,
I mean, technically he's part of this rock, so if you want to end there,
then I'll end here.
Yeah, that's fine. He is one with the rock.
So you just see me kind of slingshot using gravity towards there, using that tether I had, and then I touch the chest of this one, and that's when I use Impart Force.
Okay. So you guys watch again. He slams this creature into the wall, and as soon as the creature goes, you see this almost slingshot effect as Moiety is thrust forward. He leaps over the rock, kind of flipping over, lands in a perfect, hero little landing. Gets up and just points his finger directly into the chest of this creature, and then what happens?
That is 17, tier 3.
Okay.
It's pushed 7. And it takes 1 point of damage for every square it's pushed. So it gets pushed 2, hits the wall, and takes another 5.
All right.
Oh, wait, let me just make sure of something.
Only thing I'll add is as you kind of moved into that position, the flames died down. I was maintaining technically that flaming cube. I can relinquish it with no action at any time. I don't want to burn my friend.
So he's pushed 7. He takes 1 point of damage for every square he's pushed, and then of course the whatever he takes from the impact.
So hitting an inanimate object. So push a creature into an object that doesn't break. You also take move it ends, the target takes 2 damage plus 1 damage for each square remaining in the force movement. So 2 plus 5 is 7 plus another 2 for just the movement in and of itself.
Yep.
Brings you up to 9, right? Am I doing math right?
Yep.
Cool.
Math,
So yeah, you guys watch as he moves forward, he got to touches, and you see this kind of shockwave form, and he blows past. And when he lands, he crushes the glass that was formed by the explosion before, and you watch as the flames slowly die down as he just stands there. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope, that was everything.
All right. The only one I've got left. Any cool malice things that you can do?
It's over on again. We have the pushing.
This is the part in the Power Rangers episode where suddenly a staff comes down from the sky and grows 17 times bigger.
All right, this is a weird thing to do, so I'm going to do it. Seeing as he is in a very weak position, you watch as the Maestro kind of gets up, because he was prone before from being dropped on his ass. He gets up, and you can see like his jaw is a little awkward. You can see tiny bit of red around the side, and he just stretches his arm out, and you guys suddenly hear a scratching sound. You're not sure where it's coming from, but it's just like tiny little scratches. It gets louder and louder, and suddenly you all see a rush of rats start coming out of every nook and cranny around, and they form a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Completely, you just see them kind of like stacking on each other, and they form this 10-foot wall that seems to separate the Rat Man from the rest of you. You hear the announcer go, "Whoa, that's a strange move, sports fans. It seems that one of the Rat Men has a few friends that he's called in some favors for. Unfortunately for everyone else, no one can see what he's doing on the other side of that wall. What do you think, Bobo?" As a reminder, my co-commentator today is Leg Crusher, one of the lovely guards that is helping ensure that all of our gladiators receive 5-star treatment as they entertain us with their amazing actions. So, Leg Crusher, what do you think the gladiators are going to do next? Leg Crusher, you might want to swallow that sandwich before you start speaking, and let's see what happens next. So yeah, there's now a 10-foot wall of rats in the way.
I have an idea.
Sure. What would you like to do?
Talal.
Is that a malice action? Just so I know.
Yeah, it's a specific malice action for
Thank you.
the Maestro. And it also costs me 7 malice. It's called Rally the Rodents.
Get
Talal would think back to what would Garth Brooks do, and she would like to let the thunder roar.
Okay.
So I will. Okay. So I will spend.
Real quick, I forgot about one other thing. I need everybody on the map to make an intuition test. So roll 2d10, add your intuition score to it.
we can do that by just
I got a 10.
nice,
Okay.
solid. I got a 4.
Awesome.
Ooh. 17.
All right, so say again. Intuition. Yep. And then Hamja, what did you get?
All right, that's me. 6.
6. Cool. Wow, we got a lot of people with tier 1s.
14.
All right, so those of you that got tier 2s, you take 5 sonic damage. I believe it's 2 of you. The tier 3, nothing happens to our lovely Talal. However, everyone that got a tier 1, you take 7 sonic damage, and you can't take a respite activity during your next respite.
That is fine.
So, now, Talal, you can do something.
So, since I took damage, I'm going to trigger my glowing eyes. And whenever I take damage from a creature, you can use a triggered action to deal that creature psychic damage equal to 1d10 plus your level.
All right. And there's no power roll for that. It's just 1d10.
That seems to be.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll.
I don't know. I don't see it on my sheet, so I'll just roll. 7.
I like it.
8.
So total of 7 or 8 damage.
8.
8.
So it's
Cool.
D10. Yeah, so I rolled a 7. Plus my roll.
Excellent. So, so after all of this stuff happens, now Talal, do something.
So I am going to let out a ferocious Thrycreen battle cry
Okay.
and use Thunder Roar, which is a 5x1 line within 1 attack.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna from here and 5 north of me, or no, 6, right? No, it'd be 5x1.
Yeah.
So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I rolled a 14 total.
Okay.
So tier 2, which is 9 damage, push 4. And the targets are forced to move 1 at a time, starting with the target nearest to me, and can be pushed into other targets in the same line.
So technically, this is a wall. However, and you technically can't move a wall. However, each square has 10 stamina. So you can destroy it, and I think 9 stamina plus pushing the wall into itself is more than enough to get rid of large portions of it. But due to the fact that I drew it as one thing, it means that I have to balit it and then redraw it. In the places where it still exists. So there and there. The wall is significantly less useful to the rat. However, as you guys look at the wall, you notice something strange. The rat doesn't seem to be there anymore.
Ninja vanish.
And after everything that happens and you guys see through it, you watch as the rest of the kind of rat wall just kind of scurries away. Well, sports fans, that was an impressive ending. We've got no idea where that rat man went, but I'm sure the wonderful guards in the slave pens will be more than happy to find it and ensure that it is punished correctly. What's that? Looks like we're getting a bit of an audible here. We're getting a note directly from the head of the guards. Yes, it seems that this team is so incredibly proud of their work, they have volunteered for a second round in the arena immediately. Remember, folks, we always want to reward those who are here to entertain us with such ferocity. So I'm just going to ask everyone to give us a big cheer in the audience. And the audience starts exploding. Yes, there's a little note here. It says, courtesy of Scar, another one of the lovely gladiators. Apparently, these two groups are good friends and buddies. So we just wanted to give them something a little bit more fun. Oh, and I'm hearing... Oh, sports fans, do you hear that sound? You guys start hearing this. Shing. You watch out of this door a creature that none of you ever wanted to see rushes out. A full-grown rampage.
Just a little guy.
As he comes out, he kind of blinks
little guy.
in the sunlight. You can see acid dripping from its fangs and from its claws. Let's choose. I'll do just a random roll. got 6, right? Yes, you do. Moiety, go ahead and
Yes.
roll me a d10. On a 6 or higher, you guys get to go before the Rampager does.
10.
All right. You guys are going to get to act before the Rampager does. For our Defilers, obviously you guys are in kind of a rough spot. You have no more energy, so I'm going to introduce a new maneuver. As a maneuver, you guys can attempt to encourage the crowd in one of two ways. You can try and inspire them, see if you can get them to shower you with flowers, or you can try to insult them and get them to pepper you with rotten fruit. Either way, you can use what they throw at you to fuel your defiling. Imp has a great question. Since we want chat to be a part of all of this, you guys did find psionic fruit in there. I'm not sure because Hamja, did Hamja find it, or who found it specifically?
I have it.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you actually shared with anyone that you had it. I can't remember.
I put it somewhere.
Well, I guess I will allow you to decide if you told your friends about the fact that you have this psionic fruit. But if you guys would like, I'll say that psionic fruit is worth 2 life energy.
Probably not, because we have defilers and they'd be too
Yeah.
greedy.
So if you could find out about that, that's something. Otherwise, again, as a maneuver, you guys can try and get that to try and give you something to defile from. That being said, who would like to go first?
I want to get in its face just so that the squishies stay back.
All right.
I mean, this is kind of when you figure out I have psionic fruit, because I'm going to down one of the whole lines of grapes for a free recovery.
Okay.
As I use a maneuver for catch your breath,
Okay.
because I can get to max HP again doing that. And then I will get in its face. Free maneuver is for yeah, I'll use Gravitic Disruption again.
All
The
right.
same one. It's the one I like. And my actual ability is going to be yeah, I'll use Relentless Nemesis.
All right. So you guys watch as soon as the Rampager shows itself and just starts attacking the door on its way out, before it can see Talal right next to it, suddenly Moiety is there, rushing forward, fists ready to strike.
I got an 18, so tier 3.
Okay.
That is 14 points of damage, and then because of Gravitic Disruption, it's pushed here and then into the wall.
Okay.
Because that's 2. Push 2.
So as you rush forward and you strike it, the first thing that the Rampager does is you watch as he kind of turns his hard outer shell into the blow and only takes half that damage. So how much?
So I did 14 to 7.
So it brings it down to 7. And then, as you attempt to move it, the sheer force of the creature is completely unmoved
Oh.
due to its stability. And then it's going to shift 1, 2, and I can get rid of these. What you guys didn't get to see is that dude was that dude was a bit of a necromancer, and he could have made all those dudes make an attack against you to justifiably made him not want to do that. All right, so it shifts over here. Yeah, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, then it is going to start its turn. And yeah, it's going to do this wide swipe and try to get both Moiety and Talal with its acidic claws. He rolls super well, and he gets a 9. So you both take 5 damage, and if your agility is less than 1, you are grabbed.
That's potency, right?
Potency, yep.
So he's in my null field, so it's agility less than 0.
Cool. So if anyone has negative agility, you will be grabbed.
I also will use, what is that again? Inertial shield.
Okay.
That will reduce the damage to 2 for me.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's going to do anything, but I might as well try to use the knockback because it's free.
Okay. How far would you knock him back?
Let's see. It depends on what I roll.
Okay, go ahead and roll and see if you can. So again, the Rampager goes out, slashes both of you, attempts to grip onto you, but is incapable of getting a hold.
I would knock him back 4.
And then as he attempts to hold you, he is pushed back 2 squares. As Moiety just kind of...
I
thrusts
can
his palm.
slide him, and I'd slide him into here.
Okay,
personally.
never mind.
Yeah.
So he moves 1 and then takes 2 points of damage plus 1. That was the wrong thing. That's what I want. So it's 3. All right, and that ends his turn. Unless does he have a maneuver that he really likes? That I think is super cool.
I am going to take the triggered action,
Okay,
Furious Change.
sure.
When I lose stamina and I'm not dying, I can. You gain temporary stamina equal to your might score, so that's +2. And you can enter an animal form, but I already am.
Okay,
I can also spend 1, which I assume is one of my heroic resources.
yep.
If you are not dying, you can spend a recovery. So
Go
I'm going
for
to
it.
get 10 more stamina back, so now I'm at 18 +2.
Okay. And then, as a maneuver, he is going to kick up dust all around him. He just starts slashing at this of sand and gets this massive amount of dust, and then he is going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and get right over there as he rushes towards those guys.
Not the squishies.
The sand shrew is coming for me.
Do either of you guys have a triggered reaction left, or have you guys both used yours? I think
I use mine.
Just used mine, yeah.
so. No opportunity at attacks. That ends his turn. Who would like to go next? All right, go for it. Hamja.
So I'm a little ways away, but I think I have a plan. So I'm gonna 1, 2,
You're just kind of chilling in the back.
7, and as I get next to Johnny here, I'm going to grab the rose in my horn and drop it, and then I'm going to teleport using my black ash, which moves me 5 squares. Guess that will. I guess. Is he taking up all 4 of those squares?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I can end up here. Does that make me flanking with?
In order to be flanking, you would have to be here, because you have to be on the opposite side of characters. So you could be here, or you could be here for flanking.
I don't think you're showing up for me, but there.
Are you able to see this one?
Okay.
So either here
Yeah.
or you'd have to be in the boat.
I'd be fine since it's big enough. I'd be fine if you were there as well for flanking.
Well, I am 1 short of my movement, so then I will just I will do get in and get out. So, oh, I forgot to make sure I can do that.
So you guys watch as Hamja rushes forward, a trail of shadows behind them. As they start rushing forward, they suddenly kind of teleport into the next spot right next to this giant rampager. They seem to kind of ready themselves to do something.
Yep. Okay. So that roll is a total of 14.
Yep.
So it's a tier 2 for 11 damage. And then that allows me to shift out. My speed.
You said it's 11 damage, right?
Yes.
All right. And what was the attack that you used?
It's called Get In, Get Out.
Okay. So you guys watch as Hamja rushes forward again, kind of teleporting with shadows and puffs of smoke. As he gets in, he thrusts his blade into the thick, scaly hide of the rampager, getting out. And as soon as he does, you watch as he immediately retreats back as quickly as he can. Anything else you want to do?
No, but I think I'm actually with this. I'm trying to get in flanking and try to pin him in, actually, rather than running out. So
excellent. So as that happens, the rampager starts kind of inhaling deeply, and he looks at where Therian and Johnny are standing, and suddenly he starts spewing out this line of acid. Which you're going to color it green, because that's what color acid is. And it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and then also here. 10. It stops at the wall because there's a wall in the way. All right. So both of you are going to have to deal with some acid here. That is 9 plus 3 is 12, right? You both take 8 acid damage, and the acid itself pools on the ground, so this area is now covered in acid. And any enemy who, or any of you guys who enters the area for the first time in a round or starts their turn there takes 2 acid damage.
So sorry, how much was the acid damage? 6 or 8?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Unless people disagree, I'm gonna have to use 2 of those emblems or the heroic things to do a heal here.
All right.
Unless, can I do it before, or does it have to be in response to damage taken?
The way that the phrasing is, there is when you take damage, you can do it. Otherwise, I think you actually have to use an action, I think a maneuver, to be able to burn them. So.
Okay. Because, so I would have to take the damage first, then I am knocked out. I only have 4 stamina.
Wait. So it says on your turn or when you take damage, regain stamina equal to your recovery value without spending recovery before taking the damage.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking if you could do that on your turn. Yes, it would happen before you take the damage.
Okay. Then, yes, that is what I would need to do. So.
Yeah.
I will use my trigger action to have take damage.
Okay. So as the acid kind of sprays out, Therian kind of conjures a shield of fire to take some of it, but he still gets the acid damage on there, and you actually use some of the fire to close some of the wounds from the acid burns, whereas Johnny just starts playing his fiddle as much as he can. He creates a barrier of magic sound that is able to prevent some of the damage. I am going to say, because that is a character ability, you do need to use 1 point of life energy somehow. So do you have a rose with you, or do you have something?
I
Otherwise
just
you
dropped
can
one
turn
next
to
to him.
Therian, since you're very close to him, and go, rose, please.
I did drop a rose next to him.
Okay. Well, Hamja has mentioned that he dropped a rose next to you, so you can just kind of pull the life energy out of the rose and do that. So, for the wonderful raiders that have just shown up, if you are enjoying combat, real quick, by the way, Johnny, Talal, Therian, Hamja, Moiety, all of you guys can take a heroic resource. Toast, either you can lose a heroic resource, or Ansif can gain a heroic resource. Which would you like?
I would like to gain one as of right now. So.
Okay. So the reason that just happened is channel points on my channel you can actually use to affect the game. The 2 big things that you guys can do in Draw Steel, which is the system we are using, you can either give the players heroic resources, which is what they do, what they use to do all of their cool magical powers and things like that, or you can give them what's called a hero token, which they use for everything from doing rerolls. They can heal themselves with them. It is a grouped, pooled resource. So there's lots of different things that they can use that for. Or, if you're feeling particularly nasty, you can give me Malice, which is what I use to do bad things to them as the Game Master. So, Anchor89 instantly gives me Malice. Thank you, Anchor89. I appreciate that. They don't, but I do. So getting back into the game, at the end of Hamja's turn, Miss Jubs Unite! The Rampager is going to go again. Because that's how solo beasts work.
Got it. So it spit acid, now it's doing something else. Understood. Don't like that.
Remind me, you're still invisible.
Yep.
Ansev?
Yep.
Cool. And I think you've been invisible since he showed up, right?
Yeah. He would
So
not.
He doesn't
technically-
even know that you're there, so he's not going to worry about you. He's going to just try to eat Therian.
Love that for him.
I rolled super high. That's a 5 on the dice, which brings it up to an 8. So, tier 1, you take 9 points of damage, and you are now grabbed in its jaws.
Okay.
as a reminder for the Defilers specifically, one of the benefits of defiling is your tiers are too low. So don't forget, your tier 3 is 15, not 17, and your tier 2 is 10, not 12, because you are Defilers.
Darian, like how much damage, HP, roughly?
I have less than 9.
Okay,
So I'm
either
either
so
gonna have to burn these 2 more of these things or go
So I
down.
have to say,
which is
in
fine.
addition to being bit, there is acid dripping on you from its fangs, so you
Yeah,
will
so
take
you're gonna
damage
be-
at the
okay.
start of your turn.
I'm gonna seeing that he that he was going in for the bite, kick up telepathically or not telepathically, telekinetically, gonna kick up some sand to build a wall, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my repel as my triggered action for my friend over there. So
Cool.
he's gonna take only half the damage. It's the best I can offer you at this point. So.
Hey, still, so you guys will watch as an invisible force just kind of gets it, and as the creature's kind of biting onto your shoulder, you feel something stopping the giant razor-sharp teeth from penetrating too far into your soft and supple body.
I still think you take the heroic resource though.
Okay, yeah, it's either that or I'm down.
Yeah, yeah,
I might
I think
still
it'd
be
be
down. I don't know what the poison did. Did you say how much damage the poison did yet or no?
So you take 9 points of damage now, and then at the start of your turn, you'll take 3 points of acid damage. So having it brings it down to 4, and then at the start of your turn, you would take 3 more.
3 more? I thought you said 2 more. Damn.
3,
4
sorry.
versus. Okay. No, that's fine. I'm going to use 2 more heroic resources
Yes.
unless anybody specifically objects.
Okay.
That puts me up to this. And then I get lowered by 4. I'm with you so far. We're good.
We're woozy air still?
Oh, we're
And
so
don't
woozy.
forget, the acid on
We're
the ground
so
gives you
woozy.
2 damage. The acid from his teeth gives you 3.
Oh, so it's 5 damage?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what the 2 ones.
Well, then I might as well use the heroic resource because I'm pretty fucked here. Let's see.
use the heroic resource. Just use it.
I did it.
Hey, okay, good.
Really quick from
You ready?
Moonglaive, you guys can take a hero token.
Or hero
By the way,
tokens is what I'm saying.
For anyone wondering what the 2 dials are on the Sys's screen, the blue one is how many hero tokens the party has. The green one is how much life energy is in the arena. We are playing in the world of Dark Sun. In the world of Dark Sun, in order to cast arcane magic, they actually have to drain the life area energy out of the plants around them using a technique called defiling. And unfortunately, they have just fought a pretty major battle in the arena, and they have drained all of the life energy out of the arena. So that's why they're getting a little bit desperate to get things to work the way that they want. Also, from our Anchor 89, we also get another hero token. So you guys are up to 7 hero tokens. Also,
Okay.
I can award you guys hero tokens if you do badass cool stuff. So if you guys want to start getting creative and trying to basically farm hero tokens from me, I like seeing you guys do crazy stuff. So
Okay, let me know if this works. So I
Sure.
would like to go next if no one disagrees. It is our turn, correct? The
Absolutely,
Mr. Acid,
yeah, it is
Acid Boy has
done.
now taken a break. Okay. So start of my turn, I would take how much
total
damage?
of 5.
Okay, so I would burn 2 more to heal, which
Okay.
is gross. I'm being greedy. Sorry, everyone.
You do it.
Being
Which
alive
puts-
is useful, especially since you just rained fire down.
Yeah,
Well,
you
okay.
did double crit
So,
last round, so
That puts me up to that, and then so minus a total of 5, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Great. And then, unfortunately, like I just want to get out of here. To be perfectly honest, I don't know that I got anything super cool and creative, but I am going to use what I did on the first night, which is my ability called Grasp of Beyond, which allows me to absorb the life energy of another creature and use it to teleport.
Cool.
I need to use a rose for this ability? It doesn't have a
if it
magic
doesn't
thing?
cost any heroic resources, it is 1 life energy.
Got it. So I will burn a rose,
Okay.
and I will roll.
We
So
really
for
need to
those
find
of you
that
wondering
spear.
in the audience where he's getting this, the audience has, in appreciation for them, thrown a few roses onto the field, and so they basically are using them as little
Bunch of
life energy
garbage
batteries. They can also try to attempt to convince the audience to throw rotten fruit at them, because Mold is still alive.
Okay, so it is a 11, which is still minor, unfortunately. And I'm going to teleport my reason, which is 2. Can I teleport over the fence?
I was about to ask things
I
about the fence as well.
believe you need line of effect for teleportation, and the fence would block line of effect.
I'm good with that. I was just checking. Okay, then I go to this direction.
If you were to get over the fence, you might have to deal with the guards.
Gotcha. All right, and then for a maneuver, I guess I'm going to yell at the crowd to try and insult them.
Okay. So I need you
And
to make
so
a,
my dude, go ahead.
you'll be making a presence check. If you
Sure.
have a skill that you think applies to this, you are more than welcome to use it.
No, presence is fine, and I basically just berate everybody. Are your lives so miserable that this is your entertainment? And then I roll presence, which I think is that.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
nope, it just did it twice. Sorry, take the first one.
Okay.
Which is the 7.
So it's a tier 1.
Correct.
So as the audience is kind of getting enwrapped in the blood sport in front of them, as you try to kind of insult them with all of the kind of acid on you and pieces falling off of your robe, they can't really hear you. And unfortunately, they do not respond to...
Got it. Scarred beyond recognition, burning on the outside. I'm like, and then
Gobble, 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 gobble.
all right, got it. That's all I'm doing. I unfortunately don't have more out in the
Awesome.
world.
So that was Therian, right? So we end Therian's turn. I have no more turns for this creature. So, which one of you guys wants to go next?
I'm going okay.
Go for it.
So at the beginning of my 2002 acid, correct?
Yes, just from the acid on the ground there.
And then I will use the maneuver to try and get it from motion.
All right, go for it.
So that would be a present, right?
Sorry, I missed what you were trying to do because I'm paying attention to chat at the same time. What are you trying to do?
Get it from motion.
Oh yeah. So it'll still be a presence roll, and again, if you have a skill that you think applies to trying to...
Maybe perform.
Absolutely, that would definitely apply. So you can go ahead and add 2 to your roll, in addition to whatever your presence is. If you want to, did you want to move out of the acid before you do that, or no?
Actually, I think, yeah, I will, but I'll use it as part of the performance. Like, as I move it over the action, I'll try and perform.
Sorry, I was typing something in chat. I feel really bad that I keep ignoring you. I'm doing too many things at once. What was the question?
I did that. Oh, wait.
Oh, so you're full on, Johnny's in the land of the rising sun.
Yeah, like, I got movie over
Okay. So you guys watch as Johnny rosins up his bow. And he starts playing. I don't know that song very well, all folks.
and I rolled a double time.
Ooh! So
It would be 24 total.
I am going to say you get a bouquet of roses. For a crit, you get a bouquet of roses, which is 12. Somebody, you don't know where they got a bouquet of roses. Like, plants are not that plentiful in Draj, but you just broke reality. You do notice, like, a couple of them they're more like daisies or tulips that have been painted to look like roses, but they still work the same way for you. And then real quick from Moonglaive, I believe everybody can take a heroic resource aside from Toast, where you can either take or lose a heroic resource.
I'm gonna lose one.
Go for it. All right. So that was your maneuver. And to make things easier on me, I'm just going to track, because I'm assuming you guys share. And if you don't, I don't care. So we've got 12 from him. How many roses do you still have? I think 3, right? Therian?
I have 3 remaining, correct.
Good, because the dial only goes up to 15. You guys currently have 15 life points available to your life energy points available to you. That was your maneuver. What would you like to do with your main action?
I will do
All right. So again, as he furiously is playing on his fiddle, and you start seeing bits of hair from his bow start kind of breaking off, which always confused the hell out of me when watching Charlie Daniels play, because he would just demolish these bows. And I had a lot of friends that played various stringed instruments, including the violin and the viola, and all of them, none of them ever ripped apart their bows while they were playing. So I don't know if it's too much rosin or too much pressure or whatever, but boy went through bows like they were made out of bubble gum.
And I will
12? Cool, so that's solidly tier 2.
For handwriting.
Alright, so another bolt of lightning. You guys again watch as clouds form in the arid, dry sky. The audience, hoping rain is about to fall, are slightly unimpressed when only lightning comes out. But then as it hits the Rampager, they go wild as lightning dances across its skin. Anything else you want to do with your...
Then I will add my perform ability.
Okay.
And that will work. 2 of us better recovery, so be it serious.
Okay. So as he finishes up his performance, he plays this beautiful harmonizing note that seems to just resonate inside both Therian and Johnny, and you both are able to feel some of your wounds closing.
So is that a free heal, or does that use one of my recoveries?
That uses one of your recoveries.
Got it.
Yeah, the only free heals for the most part are either The sensor has the ability to burn one of his recoveries for someone else, or
What is sensor?
using tokens. So those are the only 2 times you're ever going to have free heals for the most part. I think later
Totally
on at
legit.
higher
Just
levels
wanna make
there's
sure.
stuff, but you guys are on level 1. So that being said, is that the end of your turn, Johnny?
Yeah.
My name is Johnny, and it might be a sin. Ansevs or Talal, who wants to go next?
Talal, you probably want to go first, because considering what I'm about to do. So.
Okay. Well, I am slow. Well, I was slowed at the end of the last combat. And at the end of my turn, I did try to roll a saving throw, and I rolled a 1. So I'm assuming I'm still slowed.
Still slow, yep.
So that means I can move half my movement, or...
Oh, by the way, at the beginning of this combat, you guys would have had 1 additional victory.
Oh.
So you guys can all have 1 heroic resource if you would like.
I do like.
Wait, do we get 1 additional victory, or do we get 4 victories? Because it's a new combat.
So you have 1 more victory than the last combat started. So technically, when combat started, you would have gotten... This is a brand new combat. It's not a
Okay.
continuation. So you would have gotten everything you normally get at the beginning of combat. So instead
Got
of
it. So I
Got
have
it.
way more than I thought I did. Got it.
Sorry, I should have clarified that. This was
Oh,
actually
that's
another
that's fair.
combat.
I'm flush with ferocity then.
Cool. Do something with it.
Man's got all the ferocity.
That's real good.
So
little girl.
much ferocity. Oh, okay. All right. So, with me being slowed, I get half my movement, or how does that work? Sorry.
Slowed, yeah, of course. Like, I actually have all of this memorized, of course. So, I'm definitely not going to the section that explains what everything does and looking it up. Stop it. Come on. So, slowed starts with an S. And then an L. Slowed, a condition that reduces a creature's speed to 2. So it doesn't half it, it reduces your speed to 2.
Okay. Slowed. Also, what's happening in this combat encounter? Now that it's my turn.
Cool.
Well, then I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
And since he's all the way over there, I guess the only thing I can do is let out another thunderous roar. Since I am replete with ferocity now.
All right, so you guys watch as Thalal in her kind of giant Thri-Kreen monstrous form gets closer and starts to let forth this ear-shattering, rupturing roar towards the creature.
So 12 is the power roll. So it would be 9 damage and push 4.
Okay. Valve, would you like to push?
Into that fence right behind it.
Go. So you guys see this wave of energy hit it. And how much damage was it for just
9.
It's 9. And then it's going to hit this immovable object, which 2 plus 4 brings it to 6. So the creature is slammed against the bone cage there for the bullpen. And you watch as some of these very large, very, very thick and sturdy bones actually start showing the tiniest forms of cracks in anything else you want to do?
No, I think that's pretty much all I can do.
All right, then Ansev, you...
That was a forced movement, though, right?
That was
You-
forced
that,
movement,
ti-
yes.
that time you were able to force move it? Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah, so it was reduced by 2 because of the stability, so I just take 2 hit points off of that. Sorry, I forgot about stability.
Okay. Gotta just roll 1d3. Awesome. 6. Great. Perfect. Awesome. Should have went minus. I'm an idiot. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and use 5 clarity. Ansev's gonna go ahead, still invisible because he doesn't come back uninvisible till the end of the turn. So he's going to see. You'll see like a small shimmer. The creature's gonna see a small shimmer around. Dust swirling around, kind of makes out a form of a guy. Ansev with his long horns, and I'm going to do iron once again, and I'm going to give myself 10 temporary hit points. And seeing that Talal was able to push this thing, and there is hope that it can be pushed, I'm going to go ahead and kinetic grip and slide it into the wall as well. So I'm going to try and do the same thing and slide it into the wall.
Okay. Don't forget,
Oh,
part
sorry?
of that ability you just used, the 5 cost ability, it also gives you 2 surges.
Yes, for any of my damage abilities, which
Yeah.
are very minimal. So
Well, still, I mean, surges are surges, you know?
I'll take it. I'll definitely take it for sure. So, yeah. So I rolled a total of 16, just outside of the. So it's going to be a slide of 6
Okay.
into the wall.
All right, so again, you guys watch this kind of shimmering, like heat rising off of asphalt, and then suddenly you watch as the Rampager's eyes kind of get wide and it starts biting at this invisible force that's trying to move it, and suddenly again it is slammed into the gate. Ansev, choose even or odd for me.
Even.
All right. As it slams into the gate, you can see more of these tiny little cracks forming in it. But the wall still stands. However, it does take 2 plus. How much was the total movement?
Total movement would have been 6.
I use my reaction, to add 4 to that if I burn a resource, please.
So it goes up to 10, reduced to 8 because of its stability. And that's going to burn
1
some
from the
life points. So that's 2 plus 8 is 10. My math is correct. Math
Your
is hard,
math is
folks.
correct.
Stay in school. All right. So, again, you watch as this invisible hand kind of rises it and just slams it in there. And as it starts moving, suddenly there is this rocket of flame that increases it and it slams in. And just because we can, Therian, choose even or odd.
Uh-oh.
Even.
It's even.
All right. As it slams into the bone barricade, you hear this sickening crunching sound. And at first you think, oh, maybe we've broken a bone in this Rampager, which will make it less dangerous. Not really. But as the Rampager comes back, there are massive cracks, specifically in these 2 sections of the wall. You hear the announcer go, "Oh, that one had to hurt." But it looks like they keep using the bullpen as a way to beat this Rampager senseless. Lucky enough for the Rampager, Rampagers despise anything humanoid made, so it's probably enjoying the additional destruction. I am getting a message from the guards. Can I say that on the... I guess I don't have a choice. So the guards say, "Stop that, you idiots, before we fucking kill you." Anything else you want to do with your turn, Ansev?
So since I'm still technically invisible, am I able to move without being attacked?
For multiple reasons. Probably the biggest of which is it doesn't have a triggered action anymore. But
All
also,
right.
it can't see you.
All right, then I will move 10 feet this way, or sorry, 2 squares this way up to 6. So I am good with my turn here.
All
And
right.
then I will become uninvisible at the end of my turn.
So that brings us back to the top of the round. Who would like to go first at the top?
I would like to. Let's see. I'm just making sure what this does. Okay. So I move 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you willing to move?
You're gonna have to define you.
The one that my ally that I'm right next to.
That'd be me, and sure.
So I have an ability called Friend Catapult that is a maneuver. I get
dwarf.
We
I
call
get
that
to-
the fastball special.
I get to vertical push that ally up to a number of squares equal to 2. I'm going to vertical push you down 2 to give me some space.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Vertical.
Vertical
What
push.
vertical push means is, in addition to moving laterally, you can move them vertically.
Yeah,
however,
but
you
I'm-
don't have to.
Yeah, I'm just moving you so I have space.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm here. My free maneuver, because I can still do that, is I am using inertial anchor this time, which any target who starts their turn in the area can't shift.
Okay.
That uses a point of discipline, but I gain 2 at the start of my turn. Then I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to magnetic strike this time.
All right.
See if I can't get full on this.
All right, so you guys watch as Moiety runs around. As soon as he gets close, he kind of nods at Hamja, and he kind of moves his arm down, and Hamja kind of leaps into the air, leaps onto his arm, and he kind of flings him off. And you watch Hamja kind of sail 10 feet away and lands safely. He then turns, and you watch as he starts gathering gravitic energy into his fist, unloading it directly into this creature. And
That's a tier 2 for 10. Let me just make sure that's right. Names. Yeah, 10 psychic damage.
Psychic damage. You hear the creature kind of howl out in pain as you see it kind of scratching at its own head.
I'm assuming that because the pull is 2, its stability negates that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
As you attempt to pull it, it's just so massive and strong that you're not able to move it in any way, shape, or form.
I've used my maneuvers. I've moved for the most part. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Then the Rampager goes. The Rampager, you watch, just kind of howls out in anger, and you watch as significantly more acid begins to drip from its teeth as it uses its Burning Maw malice ability. Because it's got 2 targets right in front of it, it's going to attempt to... no, it's real pissed at you. It's going to try and bite you. Moiety.
All right.
It's going to be 18. So it's a total of 19 points of damage, and you are grabbed by it as its acid spewing mouth clamps down on you.
I use inertial shield, and I have 19 to 9.
Yes. So as it attempts to start biting down, you use the kind of control of gravity and psychic powers that you have to attempt to stop it. It's still able to pierce your skin, and acid is dripping on you, but you're able to get some of it to go.
And immediately, because I am what is that called? I do have Metakinetic Mastery. I get to knock back after I use Inertial Shield.
Sure.
I have edge on this because I have 12 discipline now. Oh, and I have a surge, but that doesn't matter at the moment.
So see what you can do.
So let's see, knockback. So I have an edge on this. So that's 17, that's 3, and then I add 2 to it, so 5. I don't know if forced movement breaks grabs in this game.
Does.
Okay, then yeah, he's just shoving it 5 back.
Okay. So you watch again as he kind of conjures this psychic energy into gravity and just pushes it forward. The creature at first is able to resist it, and you just feel him trying to crunch down on you harder, but suddenly the wave of gravitic energy gets so powerful that he's blasted back 1, 2, 3 3 squares or 15 feet, landing in his own acid. Check to see, does he have resistance or anything to acid?
Yeah, it's your own medicine. Yeah.
Nope. So he's gonna have to deal with that. on his turn.
Excellent.
Anything else you want to do with your?
That was his turn.
Oh yeah, that was his.
He
turn.
bit me.
So he just takes the acid right now. So he takes 2 points of acid damage as he kind of gets raked across it. Go ahead and roll me. I'll let you choose reason or intuition. And if you have
Probably.
a skill that involves like noticing things like a perception or something like that, you can use that skill.
I'm feeling bad. I have monsters.
Sure, that 100% you can use that. So add 2 in addition to your either reason or intuition.
22.
Yeah. As you watch it kind of get thrown back, you watch as it kind of collapses and drags its belly against the ground, and you watch as the acid doesn't really do a whole lot to its skin. Like it bubbles a little bit, but the thick scales of its hide are very, very difficult to get through. But you notice on the underside of the creature, the belly itself is incredibly soft and supple, and the acid immediately starts burning and creating pockmarks on it. You think if you were to attack somehow from beneath it, it would be easier to damage the creature. What that translates to in game terms is anyone that attacks it from underneath gets an edge on their roll. So as far as
Belly
how
is
you
soft.
do that, that is entirely up to you guys to figure out.
Yeah, at the end of my turn, I just yell, "The belly is soft." Well, that's his turn.
Yeah,
That's
it
because
is.
I've been eating a lot for the holidays. I like to think of it as not soft, but fluffy. Thank you. You don't need to be so mean. So
I believe it's dad bod, isn't it? Like
Yeah, it
that's-
is dad bod.
Ladies,
That's right.
ladies
in-
like that now. I thought
it's
that
in-
was the new thing.
yeah,
At least
Like
that's what we
7
tell
years
ourselves.
ago.
that's what we tell ourselves.
That's what ours.
Well, that's the end of its turn. Which one of you guys wants to go next?
I guess I'll go. I think, unless I already. No, wait. Has everybody gone yet or no?
Yeah, this is a new round, so
New round. Okay.
Yeah, I kicked it off, and then he bit me.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, can I use my movement to disengage, whatever it's called in here?
yes, you
It's
can
called
shift.
disengage.
Yeah, disengage. It allows you to shift.
One
Nor-
square away.
Yeah, 1 square, unless you have something in your kit that gives you more. I don't think you would.
No, that's
you don't
fine.
get a kit.
I just want to move slightly further away.
Sure.
So I'm just going to move 1 down. And then I'm going to use for my main action, a crucible, which is the one that engulfs it in fire, and then I can persist it for 1.
Cool.
So that is this one here. Oops, let me
And
find
is
it.
that a signature ability, or does that cost points?
That one costs 3.
Cool.
So give me 1 second, sorry. Where did my thing go?
So you guys watch as Therian starts again conjuring flames, but this time instead of kind of turning it into a fireball and throwing it, you watch as he kind of conjures them, and they both kind of rest in his hands. And as he does, you watch as smoke starts to kind of leak from his eyes, and you start seeing fire there. And suddenly you see flames start erupting from the Rampager itself as its skin itself starts bursting into flame.
Okay, so sorry, I forgot to move before. We're gonna move down here. 10 damage. I rolled a 14.
Cool. As a reminder, as a defiler, you do have a maneuver where you can increase it by a tier.
Well, then I would like to do that because I don't have a maneuver that I would like to do at this time.
So
I missed that. I don't know why it's not where I can see it, but yes, I would
it's
like.
a special rule that I created, so you would have had to manually add it to your sheet, but it's part of the
Thank
filing
you for
rules.
reminding me. Perfect.
So, just as a reminder, increasing a 3-cost ability will cost an additional 2 life points. So, if you're okay with spending an additional 2 life points, you can turn it into a
Good
tier.
for that for now. Yes, please.
All right, cool. Then we'll reduce that by 2 more, and you guys watch as the fires start to erupt. You see like little black lines start forming on his face as you see him sit there and draw even more life energy to make the conflagration just get higher and higher. So what does that turn the damage into?
That was 13 then,
13.
and that is my turn. Thank you.
Is that
All
is that on him or is that under
That is
him?
on him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it engulfs the target and it follows them. There's not like it's not a cube on the ground like the other one was.
All right, so we're going to start off with him taking 2 points of acid damage for starting his turn there, and then and he's still on fire right now, right?
Correct.
He is not pleased with you about
Yeah, I
that.
figured as much. You know what? If I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory, now's
He's
the
gonna go here, and he wants to get off the acid. But he cares more about killing you than he does about getting off the acid. So he's gonna stop there. I'm gonna use some malice here. Actually, I like this even better. As you guys are going, you suddenly hear, "Oh, looks like a surprise from the guards!" And I need both. We got Ansev and Hamja to make me agility tests. Agility.
15.
Okay, so it's a tier 2, and then Hamja.
13.
Both of those are tier 2. You guys are going to take 4 damage and be launched into the air to 2 squares. So, if you have an agility score, you can reduce the amount of squares that you fall. Otherwise, you guys are going to take an additional 4 points of damage as you fall to the ground. The ground beneath you suddenly explodes in fire and shrapnel. It appears that the arena itself has been trapped and someone has set off one of the traps.
So I do reduce that by the 2.
Okay.
So I get launched in the air, and when I hit the precipice or the peak of the launched up, Ansev will turn invisible, landing back to the ground.
Okay. And you guys can't see this, but he does get a perfect 3-point landing.
That's right.
Superhero landing.
Superhero landing.
That's so bad for the knees.
And
As
I'm
that
going to-
happens, the Ravager is going to slash both of his claws at Johnny and at Therion.
Love that for us.
Well, let me
Go ahead.
real quick. When I'm launched into the air, I'm gonna use my triggered action to half that and teleport,
Cool.
and
So
I'm going to land.
you guys watch,
here.
both of them are launched into the air and then vanish. So as far as you guys are aware, they have just been disintegrated by this bomb.
I think the audience loves it.
The audience is going crazy, like, yeah! Also, Big Tuck 92, welcome! And all the River Raiders, we are busy dealing with a giant rampager who's trying to turn them into food. So now the rampager is going to attempt to attack both of you.
I mean, saying attempt seems disingenuous in a game mode where you can't miss, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the
Does
higher
feel-
he rolls, the more likely it is he's also going to
Yeah, but
grab
like-
it. So,
Attempt.
8 plus 3 is 11. So it's only going to be 5 points of damage to you both.
Ayo.
And you are not in the null field. So if your agility is less than 1, you are grabbed.
Okay, so 5, and I'm grabbed.
Okay. And then Johnny, what's your agility?
2.
2. Cool. So you're fine. And then, because I'm an evil, vengeful dungeon master, I am going to spend another 5 malice to give them an additional main action on their.
Great. Squeeze me, daddy.
I got you. Just waiting for looking for the big hit, you know?
Oh, I gotta look. I forgot what the rule was for my concentration spell. I don't think that was enough damage to break it. Hold, please. Well, you do your thing. I'll figure it out.
I'll do
Because
the- and
it doesn't
and-
matter until my turn. So we're good.
He's just gonna try and claw you again. So,
Ah, excellent.
so that turns into 2 plus 3 is 18. So that is 11 damage to each of you, and if your agility is less than 3, you are grabbed.
I think both of them are grabbed now.
Okay.
How much was it?
11 points of damage.
Okay.
For those of you just joining us, I always like to have the chat be a part of everything that's going on. So if you want to use your channel points, you can actually do things like give them heroic resources, which is what they use to do all of their cool things. Or you could give them what are called hero tokens, which they can use for literally everything else. Things like rerolls, they can use it to heal themselves. It is a group resource that the blue wheel on screen is what they the current number that the team has. So that being said, all right, seriously, Automod, chill out. It's a name. Every time Moonglaive has typed Hamja, I don't know if that is a swear in another language that I don't understand, but I have to approve it every single time. And Automod's like, well, I just think that you wouldn't like this word. I'm like, it's a fine word.
I feel.
As Otsup lands on the ground, he's a little bit distracted at what happened, so he missed the first swipe. But as the second swipe is coming at Therion, he throws up his shield to half the damage, and I repel half the damage.
Cool. So Therion, you're not quite as toast.
I'm not quite as dead, really. Okay. So 11 and half that is going to be 5. I figured out the rule. It's double or 5 times your reason, so that's 10. So I didn't take 10. So I'm still, I think, okay, unless it's
Okay.
in between, which I'll figure out.
Cool.
I'm technically alive.
Real quick, for everyone from Moonglaive, everyone take a heroic resource aside from Ansev, who you can either lose a heroic resource or gain one.
I will do this dance. I will gain one this time.
Cool. All right, so that is its very, very busy turn.
Did I hit 11?
Yes, both of you guys took 11.
Then I am -1.
Okay.
You could spend 2 hero tokens if you have a
Eat
recovery.
them hero tokens. We can't do half damage like all these people can.
If you have recoveries left, you could spend 2 hero tokens and stay up.
Like, the hero tokens still take a recovery.
Yeah, hero tokens
Oh,
don't
okay.
take your recoveries. They're just
Okay,
they're
then-
free healing.
Then you could take 2 hero tokens and
Did
stay.
I get to that?
Eat them cookies. Eat them cookies.
Even I will outside.
Thank you, Moonglaive. I missed that, so we'll just reduce it by 1. So yeah, anytime you take damage, you can burn 2 hero tokens to immediately regain stamina as if you had spent a recovery, but you don't actually have to spend your recovery. And it happens before you take the damage, so you can use it as kind of a cushion to keep yourself conscious.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And Moonglaive did toss in a hero token as well, so you guys are only down to 4 right now. So that being said, who would like to go next?
Do I use to the bring
No, I already took off the 2. So
Oh,
you guys are at 4 right now.
Alright.
Seeing that this thing is kind of mauling everyone that's in sight, I'm going to, if you guys are good, I'm with my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out and try to do something. If you guys are okay with that, so.
Roll out. Regulators.
Autobots, roll
No.
out.
Oh, different rollouts.
No!
I
don't-
believe it is regulators mount up.
No,
Well, you're right. You're right.
You're right.
You're right. But then we're adjusting it for the need.
I needed it to be a 2. I did the dance, and the dance did me dirty. Fuck. Okay.
Well, if somebody
So-
wants to give him a
Yeah.
heroic resource, he could drain one.
Yeah, I can drain one real quick, like super quick. Just a heroic resource, please. So I'm running it
This
across
is
the
this
field.
is called begging chat for
Yeah,
resources.
please,
Yeah,
for the love of all
This
that
is
is
this is
holy.
where you just start doing, wasting time and stretching until you can
Yeah.
get someone
Yep.
to.
Doing one of these numbers, and all right.
So let's talk about what really does it mean to be present in the moment. Oh, look there!
Oh, hey!
Moonglaive.
How did
Summon
that
toast.
happen? Oh no! I'm now at 4. Okay, perfect. All right,
By
For
the
anybody
way,
who
dice
thinks this is
rolling
kind
hand.
of cheap for a TTRPG, this is how I run my TTRPGs. I find it fun.
So as I saunter on over, waiting to get that -1 on my clarity, I will go ahead and put a shimmering of light around my friend who is just taking an absolute beating the last 2 combats, and I will do a iron on Therian.
Okay.
So he will gain 10 temporary HP, or stamina, excuse me. He will also gain 2 surges. And then that will put me at -1. And so now I am strained, excuse me. And then I am going to attempt to kinetic grip and vertically push this massive, big dumb beast. Critical hit! And I am
All
going
right.
to just toss him. It would be 8. So I'm basically going to toss him 8 diagonal squares into the air, back and into the pit.
Ooh. Oh, that is going to be interesting. I'm going to give you guys a heroic token.
As a reaction, I'm going to add 4 to that.
Cool. We'll deal with that in a second. Real quick, he gave you 10. He gave you 10 points as temporary stamina, and 2 surges. Therian.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay. You guys are about to get in trouble. All right, so you guys watch as Ansev is still invisible. So. Because he took damage, so you guys don't see jack shit. You just suddenly, Therian, as you're sitting there, you suddenly feel this kind of energy field envelop you, and you can feel this kind of protection clinging to your skin. You're not really sure where it came from, and then suddenly you watch as the Rampager goes, and you watch it rise up into the air and then just get catapulted. And as soon as you see it moving, you extend your hand and increase the amount. My question for you: stability reduces it by 2.
Yep.
But with his push, if my math is correct, it would normally be 10 squares, right? Because 8 and 4 is, so it would normally be 12 squares, reduces down to 10. That is 50 feet in the air and the backwards. I'm going to say that is enough to get it into the audience. So my question for you is going to be, do you want to aim for the audience, or do you want to aim for the wall of the arena and basically the door that leads into the slave pens?
As a DM, if you could clarify, the jackwagon asshole guard who slapped me in the very first episode, is he at those doors?
Let's
Or
say
is he
yes.
at the gate? Then I would like it to hit the wall and flop onto that gentleman, or fall on that gentleman if possible.
All right. So, as it rises into the air, it starts moving. Therian, noticing the movement and realizing what's about to happen, you instantly extend your hand, and a burst of flame causes it to move even further, draining a little bit of the life energy. It flies through the air, slamming into the door, jamming the door open. And I'm going to just go ahead and shift this up a little bit so that the audience can see this. Jamming the door open, it lands on the ground, crushing one of the guards. That
Actions have consequences.
the one that slapped you is now toe jam for this Rampager. The other one, seeing it, instantly just freezes completely in place, unable to figure out what to do. And within seconds, he is bisected by the teeth of the Rampager as he is crunched in half, and then part of his body is thrown back into the arena. The creature lets out this blood-curdling scream and just disappears into the slave pens. You guys hear massive amounts of screams and crashes and things like that from in there, and you hear from the announcer, "Oh shit!" And you also hear "Leg Crusher go," and there's all this chaos and things like that, and suddenly you hear from down here, from the area where the Rampager actually came out from, you hear this deep, resonant voice that Moiety, you would recognize, but the rest of you have never heard before.
Yeah, Moiety's looking at these two mages like they're fucking insane.
You hear this deep, resonant voice coming from the corner over here. And Moiety, you recognize the voice as Scar. But the rest of you, you just hear this, "So, you guys provided a pretty decent distraction for me. I think that deserves an award. A reward. You all can leave the pits with me." And he kind of gestures for you to go into the only thing you've ever seen, and I guess I can move this so the audience can see as well. So coming from right over here, the only thing that you've ever seen coming out of these doors is monsters, but you know that it leads to the monster pens. And you can see him standing there with one of his swords dripping blood, and the head of one of the monster trainers lying on the floor next to him. Are you in, or are you out?
Fuck it.
I'm in. as I start slow running my way towards the exit.
Because you're slow.
Suddenly, you guys start hearing the theme from Chariots of Fire.
Moiety raises a hand, and there's a bracelet on there that the person who he it would be for would recognize it, and he just makes a hand signal to run, and none of you know what the fuck he's doing.
Okay.
One clarification, just to make sure you were aware the Rampager was on fire until it hit the wall and went through. So just for a visual, and then I absolutely dash over to the dude who wanted water before, say,
Okay.
drink it quick, and I'm gonna RP that my body like heats up the more of this fire stuff that I'm using. So it's not cool water, it's like warm water, tepid. And so I give him the water,
Okay.
and then I bolt for the door.
Yeah, as he kind of drinks it, he's like, Simeon. And then he comes with you.
Oh,
Cool,
He's
you
not
come
gonna
too.
stay in the arena.
Bring you and all your things.
I was gonna say Talal like stops and is like, "Oh yeah," and then starts running back to help him down.
Yeah, well, let's make it out with Scar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will go with the group, and being one of the last ones, if you would be okay with it, because I did critical hit.
Mhm.
My other action that I would do is I would then materialize a boulder behind us, or a stone
Yeah.
boulder behind us to shut us off from the pits, essentially.
Sure. I think that is clever enough that I will give you guys another hero token.
Good, because we eat a lot of them. At least the casters do.
You know, I noticed
Cookies!
that.
Num 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 num.
So, as you guys retreat, we will deal with this next week. But one of the other kind of interesting things about the Draw Steel system is you can gain titles. And by being able to defeat that solo beast, you guys have actually gained a title. We'll talk about it once we're off, because it's very, very late right now. But effectively, it gives you some additional benefits that you guys get to choose for having this title. Otherwise, it is very, very late. So that is going to be all for us today. As always, if you missed any of this, I do upload all of these to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TrainerJody, which just hit 1,000 subs. So sometime in the
grand?
future, I'm going to apply for the YouTube Partner Program again. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, we have one more session of Dark Sun. It'll be happening next Monday. And then once the new year starts, I run D&D games here Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. So all of... really, but? You don't like the word but. Seriously, Automod. So yeah, all of you wonderful Raiders, thank you so much for showing up. If you would like to see more stuff, again, in the new year, it's Wednesday nights here, and then Saturdays, when I have enough players, I actually run a Cypher system game for Zelda Universe, one of the oldest and largest Zelda fan sites on the internet. And that's twitch.tv/Zelda Universe TV, Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is 11 a.m. Central time. So, anyway, thank you so much for both of the raids, for everybody tuning in. Otherwise, again, it's going to be all for me today, and I will see you guys next time. All right?
Hi, y'all.
Bye.
Victor.